What's going on, everyone? The Trade Baron here with our daily breakdown of the Nasdaq. Today is May 2nd of 2025, and we were in for a slaughter today. Today wasn't my best day. There were a lot of things that kind of didn't line up, but I decided to trade them anyways. And yeah, those interpretations kind of screwed me over. But at the exact same time, it didn't blow my account. Like, I didn't blow my account, and I'm here to trade another day, and that's one of the big things you need to be able to do in trading. So yeah, let's take a look at this bloodbath right here. All right, so at 7:30 we ended up having our news right here. 7:30 we had non-farm payroll coming in. And with that non-farm payroll, like, we had a huge spike up. This is like 200 points. This was going up right here. And since it was going up, I was basically looking for the short. And the market was getting ready to open. We had that red dot come in, but our low was down here that we were kind of looking to say that you need to break past this to let us know that we're really kind of going short. And this was going down, down, down. That red dot was way, way, way back there. And I decided to just go ahead and say, hey, maybe it'll come back and take all this out. Wasn't really the best thing to do, trying to predict the market like that. And I ended up jumping in. I mean, we had everything here like not really in our favor. We did have this bright histogram come in saying, hey, this move isn't really done going down. And it did that, and then immediately just kind of went back up. And I thought it was going to finally break right here. It did go a little bit, but then just came right back up and then broke above a high here. This high happened to be higher on this 5-minute as well. So what that means is essentially we're breaking highs, same way on a 2-minute, we're breaking highs here, breaking highs, not really breaking past any lows. So there should have been like a long bias, and I didn't really have the long bias. I kept thinking it's going to go short. I was looking at the MACD thinking it's a bit overextended, but nothing was really lining up, but I was still willing to take these trades. So I ended up taking this trade going long, and it was working out fine until it just came right back like right here on this red dot, which is fine. It can go into a red dot, but I don't want it crossing beneath these lows. And it did. Now the thing was it did cross, but it didn't necessarily, it crossed right here, kind of was doing this again, moseying its way back up. But for whatever reason, I decided to take this as a short. I mean, look at the 5-minute. We have the 5-minute right here, darker histogram coming in. We never broke past these fives. The only part we broke past on the fives was earlier on this trade right here. When I say the fives, is this green line right here on my MACD. So breaking past these fives, basically just this kind of just lets me know like there's just a little bit of like volatility there. I mean, here's a good example of it. Breaking past that green line, just really showing that we're going that direction. And it broke past here saying we were kind of going that direction, but then it decided to reverse. So again, here on this MACD, we really didn't have that much momentum going up. So again, with my bias, I'm thinking to myself, hey, we're going short now. So I ended up getting out of this trade for a small profit after that big loss there of almost 80 points. And then taking this one down from here. This one ended up coming up and closing above this. We have a green dot coming in on the 2-minute. We've got a red dot on the 5-minute, and everything was just out of sync here. I was so thrown off. I think after this trade, I started to completely ignore the 5-minute, and I just started taking every cross, figuring at some point something needs to be right. It wasn't the right thing to do. It was more so where I should have had a bias where this is going up, because out of all the trades here, the ones that were losses that were really, really bad, they were all like the shorts during this time frame right here. Short, wrong. After this one that said you're dead wrong, definitely should have had a bias here. There's another one for another 30 points, another one for another 60 points. But if I were just kind of to stay in these longs, it would have been just fine. I ended up messing that up. So let's see, what was our reason for getting in here? Well, we had a green dot because, again, we weren't really looking at this anymore. We weren't looking over here at this 5-minute. And I was just going off the 2-minute. So I said, let's take it long. It didn't work out. Hey, we broke past the low here. Let's take it short. Broke past a high right here. Actually, I ended up taking it here because I said, that one not really that strong of breaking through. And then we had a huge tape bomb come in, took us up to that. And I ended up taking this long from here, and then this one up, 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 up. Here it is, guys. We're finally breaking short now. I think I ended up looking back over on my 5 minute right here, and I said, look, here it is. Darker histogram coming in. We got a cross right there, taking it down, and that didn't work out either. Ended up going above a high immediately after that. Here's another one right here. Taking this one long, breaking past the low. I think this one, no, this wasn't my last trade yet. The slaughter keeps going. So ended up taking this one short, going down, down. Here we finally had a red dot coming in. This was it, guys. This is the one that's going to go. This is the one that's going to come back, and it's going to take out all of this. That's what I was thinking. I'm like, this is it. Here it comes. Here it comes. And here it is. We're still dicking around right here. We're still messing around and going up and down, up and down. And I ended up getting out of this one. And then I got into this one, this long right here. Ignore this. I'm getting out past the swing highs. Ignore the things unless you see a swing high being broken or closed above it. Not just broken, not like just wicking like that. It needs to close above it. So we're going up, up, and up. This was great right here. This was absolutely great. I was thinking all right, since we're not going down, our MACD was it was way up here, almost at 50 at one point. And it was going down, down, down. I said, here's our reset. I said, once you start getting close to that zero again, we even had a break below the fives here. So I said, this is going to rubber band, go way up here now. And it didn't. It just came right here and then really said, hey, we're going down. So you know what I said right there? I said, this is it. This is that drop. It's giving everything back right about now. And it's going down, 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 and then just came right back and closed above this. And this is around 1400-ish. I was done after that. I had enough. I got my ass kicked, and I said no more, please. So I decided to get out of the markets, and nothing really happened. I mean, I'm okay with this right here happening at the end of the day, but I'm not okay with this bullshit happening right here at the end of the day. So yeah, this is the normal end of the day session right here. Just kind of, pittered off into nothingness, and yeah. Again, a better thing to kind of have done today was having some sort of a bias, which kind of see here is just, this was going up. And let's take a look at this real quick. I'll just remove, oh man, I really didn't mean to, because my drawing's down there on my MACD. I typically do it on this side so that it doesn't remove my MACD drawings. All right. So let's see here. So the same way that we look on the 2 minute, check this out. Say we break above the 2 minute here. The 5 minute here, broke above these swing highs, came up here, set some swing lows, didn't close beneath them, broke above the high 5 minute swing high again, didn't close beneath any of these swing lows, broke above the 5 minute highs again, broke above the 5 minute highs, and then we finally broke right here and then broke back above. When I see something like this happens, consolidation. That's immediately what I think as soon as I see something like this happen. Then it closes beneath the low again, right here. This one could be interpreted as a consolidation too. Until you kind of break past that lowest point, but we got the high and the low right there. Break past the low, break past the high. We're in the middle of this. just here it is. These two are breaking down in the middle. Here's another one, swing low in the middle, and it finally comes down right here. But this is the end of the day. This is 1400. You've got an hour left of trading here, and what are you going to do? Right here, that's the end of your thing. We finally broke past this. Where's your volume? Where's your volatility? It's over with by the end of the day, and it was just a different way that I could have interpreted things, where our main move was just this kind of going up right here, going up, going up, going up. And then we just hit a channel for the rest of the day. And I should have been able to see it. I'm harsh on myself when it comes to seeing these things. You got to figure it out. Got to be able to think. Got to be able to make the right judgment calls, because if you don't, you lose. And that's how I feel when I do those, when I need to trade. That's how I feel. I'm, again, very just harsh on myself about those sort of things. But overall, this was today. Wasn't the best day. Wasn't the best trading. But at the same time, I've grand total for the losses on this was 177 points. That wasn't that bad when you look back on some of the other days this week, where it was 300-point gain. I was still green for the week, so I'm good with that. The thing is it just can't happen often, and this doesn't happen often. This today was not really normal price action. It was moving up, this was moving up, and this should have definitely been capitalized on a lot better. But once we kind of got here, this was actually where I started doing okay, was when we got about right there. So about here I was good, here I was good, and here I was good. Those are my good trades during this ridiculous period. But this should have been the opposite. Like this right here, I would have eaten that trade. But as far as the taking these shorts here, just a bit too early, and shouldn't really have been in those. Some of them lined up on the MACD on the 5 minute, but if you take a look here, we're already like done with this move. Darker histograms coming in on that 2 minute. On that short, let's take this short right here. Look at this one right here. Darker histograms coming in on this one, and we're just going into a green dot as soon as we do that. So I mean, even this one right here, that wasn't even the first move down. So we're jumping into a late histogram on the MACD as well. So that this trade that ended up costing 64 points didn't line up either, but I took it. You know, I was very undisciplined and I took that one. This one here did not line up. You had a red dot on this, but we really didn't have much. I mean, this was more of a riskier one, but again, I really just shouldn't have been looking for shorts at that point. I really should have been waiting for a cross of that 5 minute rather than just kind of jumping in a bit too early. This one I'm not so mad at. This one I am mad at. It shouldn't have been that. Overall, our day should have been looking like maybe negative 100-ish points. Maybe even negative negative. I'm like trying to just think of a number. Like, I mean, this trade okay to take, but I really shouldn't have been getting out of these longs. These longs should look more like something like that. So it even shouldn't have been negative. It should have been more like a break-even day or a small profit day. But again, I wasn't thinking, I wasn't trading properly. So yeah, let me know how you guys did on your day today. Make sure to check me out, The Trade Baron, on all social media platforms. I do daily recaps on the Nasdaq. Like, subscribe, follow, all that good stuff.